to the wing. Lawrence at 13 for the first time since his Achilles injury in the Six Nations. Fiji's key danger man up front is the offload king, Viliame Mata. As all Bristol Bears fans can attest, their breakdown threat will be led by Elia Thamakai-Vata, and the physical pressure applied by former Saints man Timo Mayana-Vanua. All manner of lethal backs here. A fearsome pairing of Tuisoba and Ravovo in the centres, both wingers explosive and unpredictable. And in Caleb Monk's Fiji have a calm controller at fly half to release all that X factor out wide. England's bench last week loaded and pivotal. Same again today, really. 4 Lions this time, including skipper Itoje, and Henry Arundel making a welcome return to the international stage as well. Caleb Monk's charged with steering Fiji around the park here this evening. Ruled out of the World Cup, but a very clever player who can balance all the necessary strategies. And Finn Smith, what an opportunity for him this afternoon. Who knows? Might just be a shootout between him and Ford for next weekend, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had such a good couple of years, really, at Northampton, but he's stepping into that mould of George Ford. What does George Ford bring to that England team? It's his on-field leadership, the on-field coach, and that's something that definitely Finn Smith is doing for Northampton.
Paul Williams of New Zealand, our referee. It is 5:40 on a November evening in southwest London. 20-6 on a Sunday morning for all those up early across the many islands that make up the Fijian archipelago. We're thrilled to have you with us, and we're underway thanks to Marcus Smith. Fiji in blue, and the ball taken in and thumped by Salesi Rayasi, and a good clearance first up.
Great launch opportunity for England. They shorten the line out, put some of their bigger ball carriers from the forwards in midfield.
Here's Earl in that midfield, over the gain line, over the 10-metre line, back to that shorter side, and Chesham juggling with it and cut in half by Ndoge, and England with an advantage here. Earl to the inside, looking to pick out Pepper.
Really good deception from England. They put Joe Hayes as a decoy runner. Tempted the defender out of the line, who absolutely melted Hayes. Just watch, it goes through Hayes' hands. Bang, there comes the hit from Nasila Sila. But good speed of movement to come around that blind side.
First of many giant collisions we suspect this afternoon, Austin.
Yeah, it's a good start for England, isn't it? They'll want field position, and when you play against Fiji, you don't want the game to be too loose, but you want to have a real high tempo. So penalties, kick quickly, get the forwards moving backwards, so they haven't got time to set and prepare, because physically they're as good as any nation.
Two things. I need you to come right in. The gap is too big. And Alex, I need you clearly back, please.
Just a reminder that the backdrop of all of this, Fiji triumphant here for the first time ever in 2023, and of course running England very close in the World Cup quarter-final in France a couple of years ago, a short time after that contest. So there is plenty of recent history to draw upon. England know the threat that they are up against, but equally well, they were in a very different place to a couple of years ago. Trying to put the squeeze on via the drive.
Still moving.
There was a change of bind there. England have got that ball stuck in.
All white players.
Fiji don't have to move, they've earned the turnover. Just wondered whether Sawalakula had just changed his bind as he swung up down the outside, but the referees were happy with it. The referee and his assistants. Big turnover early on, prime attacking position for England, and Fiji get the first big victory.
McBurn, the boss, he's in charge, carrying on the good work begun by Simon Rawi-Louis. You might recognise the face of Aaron Major alongside him as well. Steve Borthwick in a happier frame of mind these days, as opposed to a year ago when the autumn was proving so very difficult. Lost 6 of his first 9 test matches. He's now won his last 8.
And won well, as you look at the stats. Scoring lots of points, creating lots of opportunities, but more importantly, not conceding. I think that game against Australia last year was a line in the sand, wasn't it? The defence has been tightened up significantly from that point. They'll be tested today in a different way, probably not in terms of structure and patterns of play, but with just sheer physicality. So you go out there and say, make sure you make your individual tackles wherever you are, puts you in a good stead. I think they're about 93% for this season in terms of their tackle success, so they'll want to maintain in high 90s.
Fijians have been in decent form. They've won their last 5. They were winners of the Pacific Nations Cup for the 2nd successive year. So they arrive with some confidence here today. Mata picks up from the base. First sight of the man known as the bus, Joshua Tuisova. Muntz with the clearance. Good pressure from Chandler Cunningham South.
A really good exit from Fiji. Under huge pressure, Tuisova didn't quite get the yardage and the break on that tackle that he would have wanted off Lawrence, which meant that all England's chasers were in prime position, but the drill perfect. England go back to where they started with that line out just inside Fiji's half.
Cunningham South rises in the middle of that line out, and Dingwall takes it to the line. Mitchell spreads it via Smith. Freeman on the move. Saints combining in that back division. Here's Ben Earl, player of the match last week against the Wallabies. Back to that shorter side. First sight of Manny Faiwaboso, someone that England have put a big focus on this week. Must get him the ball. Coles. Finn Smith. Marcus Smith arriving. Lovely delay on that pass. Lawrence, a bustling run. Genge. Finn Smith again. Marcus Smith arriving on the angle.
No, tackle was here. Yeah, well done, Blue. The tackle was here.
Finn Smith again. Freeman. Faiwaboso to Pepper.
Tackle!
Just quietly, extremely effective last week, Guy Pepper. Finn Smith again, drawing in the defenders. Cunningham South within 5 meters of the try line. Great start this from England. Mitchell fizzing around the ruck, picking out the runners. Genge on to Earl, scrambling forwards. Tuisova intervenes.
Yep, he's got the advantage.
Mitchell once more to that short side, and over they go. First try of the game scored by Luke Cowan-Dickie in the 6th minute of the match, and England have their platform.
Well, the power's good at the end from England, but all created by that half break off this. Look how England create what Austin calls the corner. That tight block that run and hold defenders, getting them coming back towards where the line-out was, creating a space for Tommy Freeman, who's circling round into less areas of collision. He can run into open spaces, and then once they get into this 5 metre zone, it's all about the power game. One-off carriers, but winning that collision and eventually getting over the line.
I think those phases are a really good example of what you get when you get Marcus Smith, Finn Smith and Mitchell playing together. Their ability to hold onto a defender, draw a defender out, and then when you've got the strike runners with the power of Cowan-Dickie, you're going to create tries. It looked to me like Cowan-Dickie was nursing something wrong with his wrist just before that. Might be worth keeping an eye on him. Hopefully he's okay, but they've got strike runners, but also guys that can manipulate defences. It's a lovely balance to this back line.
4 tries in his last 8 test matches now for Luke Cowan-Dickie, a scorer last weekend, of course, on the occasion of his 50th cap for England. And this is Joe Hayes.
Just on Faiwaboso, you mentioned it earlier, Ali, that last week he was in space on numerous occasions and they didn't take the opportunity to give him the ball. That definitely has to be a focus.
Got a knock on here.
Your wingers want to be taking 10, 15 carries per game, particularly if they're of his quality.
It's been knocked on in the air by England, so the Fijians playing with a scrum advantage. They try to make the most of it.
For the knock on.
And Muntz will attack the line. Rayasi being harassed by Lawrence, and now they scoot clear thanks to Ravovo. Regular viewers of the Gallagher Prem will know him all too well from his exploits with Bristol.
Just seeing England there trying to target that second tackler coming in over the top to try tie up the ball. Some of the best offloaders in the game. Ravovo, very much his sweet spot, getting that ball out of the contact if no one goes in at ball height.
Once to the air, and Finn Smith coming piling through a little bit too soon.
11 white, clear obstruction.
It's actually gone against Manife Waboso, that
Obstructs the
decision.
blue player from contesting for the ball.
Doesn't know where the ball is, does he? He's trying to back out. He can't block there. Rutamanda didn't get the option then to compete for the ball.
He has been occupying their time this week, Manife Waboso. Kevin Sinfield, part of the coaching staff, likening him and his array of skills to the great Jason Robinson, and his power, the speed of footwork. Hard to disagree, although of course it's very, very early days for...
I think they're both great wingers in their own rights, but I think their style of play is significantly different. This guy sort of meanders around and has got so much power. Jason had obviously a lot of power, but he was so much more fleet of foot. I don't think there's ever going to be a player who had faster feet than Jason Robinson to live for the next 100 years, which I am going to.
Oh, God.
God help us all.
Well, don't worry about it. You two haven't got that long.
Oh, at this rate. In she comes from Ikanaveri. Fiji only 10 metres or so away from the England try line here. Kuravoli barking the instructions. In goes Sowakula, and the drive and the score. Outstanding work from the Fijians. The skipper has it. Ikanaveri responds for the South Sea Islanders.
Everyone in a white shirt worried about what can happen off the back of the maul, but you've got to do your job first, and this is a really well set up maul from Fiji. They break that left-hand corner as they look at it, and they're always moving forward. England under huge pressure, and too many white shirts all get spat out of the back as they all hit the same area. And in the end, Ikanavere just sees that grass open up in front of him, sees the white line and explodes through, scores. Really good start for Fiji.
20.
Wide from Muntz this time, but Fiji on the board. England 7, Fiji 5.
I think it's a really good example. You've got to, like Ben said, you've got to keep your head in the game. You don't expect to be beaten by Fiji at the maul. You don't expect them to drive you through the middle. You are expecting them to spin off the side. So maybe mentally you're not quite prepared for it. I don't think it'll happen again, but you've got to be prepared to be shocked by this side because they can do literally anything.
Taken in by Rayasi.
Outside
and,
the 22. Carry back
decent
in.
gallop
Carry back
from
in.
Mata.
Use it.
So again, you see that secondary tackle from Pepper coming in at ball height. They know, they will have trained who the key offloaders are.
Inside.
A lot of them can offload in this team, but
don't swing around,
the particular
please.
ones,
Stay here.
Ravovo, Bill Mata, they'll have seen what they've done in the Premiership, their ability to get the ball away from contact. So those double tackles crucial from England to try and slow this Fiji game plan down.
Really good long clearance from Muntz, taking play back inside the England half.
Stop. Good hold.
Plays his rugby in the second division in France with Provence. Ruled out of the World Cup actually in 2023. Unable to take part in that competition. Line out ball for England. Earl in the midfield again.
No, tackles here. Thank you.
Wainangolo driven off the ball as England move back into the opposition half. Joe Hayes on the carry.
England tried to run a really clever play there with Freeman out the back.
Quick hands from Smith. Earl in the wide channel. So too Cunningham South. Thrown to the ground by Ikanaveri.
No, he pulled out.
Trying to find the width on the far side potentially now, England, as Genge goes to ground. Smith to Smith. Whipped along the line by Dingwall. Down forward by Lawrence Faye-Waboso after it. And taken in effectively by Rayasi. But England there in numbers.
Just look at this offload from Cowan-Dickie. This is where England have made improvements, something New Zealand have been doing for a long time. Genuine threat as a ball carrier, running as hard as you can and releasing that pass as late as possible. You've got an extra runner on the inside, so it's Freeman who steps out of the shadows.
And
so you think that's just going to be a tip-on.
There's an example as well of how England should play a wrap pattern, hit the middle. Fiji don't wrap around. They've got 7 guys on the short side, so you're always going to get the balls into some wide channels.
Here they come through Twickenham South again, getting him on the ball at every available turn. Little juggle from Early's knocked it on. Just as England were building.
The most impressive thing so far from England has been the quality of the deception on their forward carrying. On their forward carrying. There's the little knock on as Ben Earl looked to play quickly.
Here we are.
But that Luke Cowan-Dickie, too often in the past, England have telegraphed who's going to be the carrier. Even if it's a tip-on pass, you've known that the guy outside's going to get it. That deception means it's a one-on-one tackle. You put a bit of doubt in the defender's mind, so he tends to try and buy himself a bit more time by rocking back onto his heels. That's where England can go to a different gear.
And I agree, but I think the more they do it, it's relatively new to them that. The more they do it, the better they get at it. On that instance there, where Genge is trying to be the decoy runner, he overcommits himself, so he's not that obvious he's going to take the ball. If he does it slightly better, then Freeman's got more of a shot of going through the gap. You see, Ireland have sort of perfected that over the years. That third guy in behind 2 ball carriers just appearing at the very last second and defender not knowing who to take.
And don't go early, please. Here's our mark. Both at fault. Let's go.
There's the man in charge of England's attack. Lee Blackett, signed from Wasps, very highly regarded, but only with limited amount of time working with this group of players at this point.
See Ellis Genge just try and do a little bit of a job on Ndonge here. Just try and get that left shoulder up so that Bill Matter's carrying into Mitchell if he wants to go.
Here's Kuravoli from the base. Blackett, of course, formerly with Bath and Wasps. Here is Marcus Smith in that 5-metre channel. It's black and blue in both games against the Fijians in 2023. Stationed at fullback as he is today. Dingwall. Nice from Freeman. Earl brought down by Ravovo. Through the middle goes Freeman. And Cowan-Dickie's there. The support runners are arriving in good numbers. Chesham.
Turnover's good.
And Fijians have snaffled it. Looks like Tuisova's got his hands on that.
Shock error. 4 people couldn't move Tuisova off the ruck.
Okay, he can't move. He's working. Good job. Yeah, I see you working. Good job.
Muntz, little jab this time. Looking for no man's land, looking to find Wainingolo, who gets it away, and here's Sowakula. Lovely hands. Away they go through Ravo Matanda. And away from Kuravoli on the short side, over the top, Sowakula again.
Yeah.
Forward this time.
Forward
they are lethal on transition.
They really are.
I didn't see the knock on.
And when it clicks, it really clicks. But this guy is a man mountain.
Yeah.
Look at the tackle. He rides Chester and then he just stays there. Look at the size of his calf muscles.
Here's our mark.
I mean, they are just ridiculous.
It's still space and balance.
Chandler Clegg South's had a big impact on the game so far, but he'll be disappointed with that accuracy of his clear out on Tuisova. Had a chance to get him before he got near the ball. There's the offloading ability of Sowakula. Just dropping Ravotomanda back on the inside.
Peter Gus Sowakula, who's actually making his Fijian debut today, won a couple of caps for New Zealand in the summer of 2022. He's had 3 years out of the international game and now selected on the flank. A late call-up in the week as Mitchell tries to inject a bit of pace. Finn Smith. Faye Waboso driven on.
We'll talk about Faye Waboso and being like Jason Robinson. The difference is he likes to stop and then go again. We saw it there, his ability to stay on his feet, almost allow the tacklers to come in and not use his own momentum against him, and then he'll accelerate again. That's for me his real point of difference. So difficult to put down because he's happy to stop and then take defenders with him.
There's discussion in the week as well, Austin, at Pennyhill Park, where England train, of course, through the week, about where the responsibility lies. Yes, on the rest of the team to get the ball to him, but also for him to go hunting.
Yeah. If you're 30 minutes into the game and you're on the wing and you've only touched the ball twice, you've got to be asking yourself questions, haven't you? How can I go and get my hands on the ball? And actually, when he plays for the Chiefs, he gets around the breakdown probably a lot more than he does for England. Probably an area of his game you'd like to see him just get in there, get near Mitchell, because Mitchell will find him. Mitchell will create space for him.
Cowan-Dickey to Chesham. Guy Pepper feeds Dingwall. Mitchell crunched in midfield. And there's a couple of bodies down as Smith receives it on the outside.
No. Yeah. No.
Finn Smith.
Okay, 5.
Perhaps the distance he wanted on that. Cunningham South goes up, loses it. Oh, looks to drop on it. I think that's gone forwards in the meantime.
Knock on. Knock on.
Tanaki Mata there just
It's all the wrong side, slowing us down.
giving Ben Earl a little bit of a handoff off the field.
What are you asking me?
Sir, can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, as long as it's scrum related, because this is where the issue is.
100%.
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
So there's a free kick.
Not to scrum, eh?
Free kick there. Yeah. Guys, time off. What's going on? Very quickly, please. Free kick there. They were overlanding, taking your space. You guys did well. So all I'm asking is you to do the same thing.
I understand. So I feel like they're rolling the dice. There's been too much, not enough.
Let's work on proactive measures around what we get better from this point on, okay? You did well with that last one. Just keep doing the same, please. It's just that space and balance.
Alice Genge,
okay?
captain of England today, third time.
I felt all the weight was
And
coming from
reminding
your side,
everybody
okay?
before they reminded him of the two previous occasions, which was England's heaviest defeat to France in the Six Nations here a couple of years ago, and another defeat to Wales in the warm-up match ahead of the World Cup in that same year. But we know he has developed enormously in terms of his leadership skills. We saw the role that he played with the British and Irish Lions back.
He's crucial to Itoje because he's a very different character to Itoje, who's quiet, more understated. Obviously, Itoje's big thing is that follow me, play with the sort of same intensity that I play, but he's not that vocal on the pitch, whereas Genge is almost his hype man.
Kuravoli feeds Muntz, and in comes Wainangolo, trying to release Ravovo, and he's gone through Feo Waboso, still going. He will get those balls away time after time. Quick handling here from the Fijians. That will be no surprise to anybody. Mayana Vanua on the ball. Sowakula. Rayassi smashed in the tackle.
Knock on in the tackle.
The read from Pepper's really good. Swings at the arm.
Guys, got a knock on in the
Sees
tackle.
exactly who's getting it and thinks, I can get to him. I'll bite out of the line. I'll take that risk because I know who's getting it.
Just as they were building momentum, Austin.
Yeah, it's a good hit from Genge, actually, to stop the momentum, and then as they get out in the backfield here, look, he just runs past the forward cover,
You adjust.
puts the shot in.
That's one of those areas that we spoke about England being genuine threats as a ball. When you're a decoy runner, you have to be a genuine threat. You saw Nasila just switch off there. He stood upright. Everyone knew he wasn't going to get the ball, so Pepper can go past him, knowing that the ball's going out the back.
Progressing at a rate of knots, Guy Pepper. Only made his debut in the summer. Player of the match in the Prem semi-final and final, remember. As the Fijians look to build a base of some kind. Through to Asova, dispatching all comers. Kuravoli. Ndonge. Muntz to Rayassi. Bordeaux fullback. Only made his debut back in July. And they're through the gain line, Fiji. Muntz again. Looking to find his skipper in the midfield, Ikanivere. Sila. Muntz, a little surprisingly, finds the outside though. Rautamanda and Soakula, and the link play is brilliant. Oh, Kuravali thought he was taken out. Muntz fires onwards and scores.
It would have been a penalty against you. Advantage.
They're just a little bit special. We'll see all the flicks and the tricks. But here, the magic from the boot.
Yeah, Freeman gets hitch kicked, doesn't he? And then the offload here is fantastic. Kuravali, what a chip kick. That's a penalty try for me. I think Marcus Smith ends up lucky here. If this doesn't go to a try, definitely goes to the bin for the challenge. Nice ball over the top. Freeman knows that he's got him, but he just beats him on that initial step and gets his hands out the tackle. And then, how good has Soakula been so far? I mean, he's been everywhere.
Just to be clear,
It's the oldest granddad playing for Fiji with grey hair, but he has been fantastic. And this from Muntz is a brilliant finish. They are worth the lead, and you're seeing the danger all over the field. Every aspect of play, physicality, pace, but more importantly, they're just backing each other up and finishing.
One of those from Fraser Dingwall. 10-point swing decision that he makes. He goes for the intercept. Just watch here as Friesman gets pulled out. He thinks the offload's coming, I'm going to nick the ball, and he doesn't quite get it. That means Coles has to get dragged out of position. That sticks for Fraser Dingwall. Potentially he's up the pitch and scoring the other end, but those are the margins, those are the decisions you make at that level.
Let's head to Danny Kerr, former England scrum half, who's pitch side.
Yeah, I'm down here looking at the restarts, guys, and you never really know how Fiji are going to exit. You almost say it's the third set piece, the scrum, the line, but also getting out of your half. Once you've scored a try, you then receive the kickoff. It's interesting how Fiji been exiting. Normally this would be a box skip from scrum half. They've been using their fly half quite a lot. Probably their best kicker. They're outside the 22, so they're going to use the 9. This should be a contestable kick. It's not. Doing what Fiji have done, they've kicked it long. England with a great opportunity to counter-attack, so we'll see how England play on from here.
And here's Smith with space in front of him. Marcus Smith. Mitchell. Fine tackle from Bill Mata. And the Fijians working hard over the ball. They've got it. Tuisova again.
You have to be accurate immediately with him. If he survives that first bit of contact, he's staying in there.
Kuravali
Last feet, please, guys.
bringing a composure to the ruck at the moment, and he's varying his kicking game plan as well. Here is Faye Waboso through 1, through 2, now driving those legs up towards the 22. Mitchell to Genge, holds it back for Finn Smith. They're queuing up to the right. Cunningham South running away from support, but into the 22. Mitchell, Smith, Marcus Smith looking for support.
Great counter up there.
Fiji have done enough, and Wanangolo comes away with it
in the backfield as well. Loads of space.
Stop here.
Muntz kicks long, and Faye Waboso thinks about the counter-attack. Running into a couple of blue shirts. Pepper tries to reset for England.
Okay, holding in front, please, White, holding in front.
Smith.
Hold there,
No
hold
pressure.
there.
Goes to the air. Freeman chasing this hard, but it's Muntz's ball.
Muntz was taken in the air there. Thought the timing was wrong. The referee's happy for them to play on.
Okay, got advantage for tackle in the air.
That's the voice of Mike Adamson, our TMO, who spotted the offence.
Sorry, the timing was actually wrong. Did get him in the air early.
It's a big period of the game here, this, for Finn Smith, because George Ford's on the field. He recognised straight away that they've lost momentum. Their current style of play isn't getting them any advantage or the upper hand. So what's he going to do? Genge is in the thick of it. He's the captain. He can't see always or feel what it feels like, whereas Smith can. So now he's got to step forward and show that leadership and say, right, this is what we're going to do for the next 10 minutes. Because at the minute, Fiji are just building momentum, and you can feel the energy coming out of the England team. Look, they're a little bit slow back into position. Got to make a change.
What's the Healy master plan? Territory?
No, well, a little bit of territory, but you've got to up the tempo to set piece. At the minute, they're playing a high tempo, loose game, which suits Fiji more than it suits England.
Same thing, guys.
So get to the set piece, win the set piece, put pressure on them here. They're allowing the ball away way too quickly at ruck time. Tell the guys, double up in the rucks, put 2 more in, 1 more in. You're not getting done for width, we're getting done through the middle because of the pace of the ball. Hit the ruck, put 2 men in.
Here they come again. Sowakula on the ball. Had an excellent start to his test debut for Fiji. Mata. Given no air to breathe that time. Finn Smith making a fine tackle. Canaveri.
No, again, white leave. Thank you.
Slow and steady at the moment from the Fijians. Mayana Vanua
Advantage coming
looking to trap Joe Hayes in, and they're playing with an advantage now, Fiji. Rayasi with the dummy. This eminently kickable. Mainangolo racing across to think about the quick tap.
Yeah, that's the recent law change that's come in. If you're part of the ruck, you can't play the 9. It's so tempting, though. You see that just as he gets through Coles, Kurivoli almost steps forward and looks like he's going to be part of the ruck.
Going through and playing the 9.
Just got to be so clean with how you drive through.
Him and cause slow ball. What's the question? Yeah.
Food for thought for England's head coach.
And ball was exposed, yeah.
And the Fiji Brains Trust happy to see Caleb Muntz lining up this penalty. None from 2 today, but 81% across his entire Test career. Very effective from Muntz. Fiji lead by 13 points to 7.
They'll be delighted because I think England came out and tried to play at a high intensity. They know that they've got a really strong bench, England, to come on later, so they want to lift the level, but Fiji have managed that. Yes, England have had some good attacks, but Fiji, with very little opportunities, are now 6 points clear on the scoreboard. They've taken their opportunities better than England, and England have, in some respects, punched themselves out a little bit, and their intensity started to drop off.
Inside. Yes!
There's a quiet confidence about the way the Fijians are operating as well, isn't there? It's not a mad scramble, it's not panicky. It's organised. I just wonder how much of that is down to A, recent results which we've spoken about as Muntz tries to go long, and B, just a little bit more structure to the way Fijian rugby is set up these days. Here's Marcus Smith attacking the line. Lawrence. And it's out in front of Faiwa Boso as the tackle came in from Tuisova, and you can understand why.
Now you're starting to see a little bit of indecision, aren't you? I think when Marcus Smith gets this, I thought he was going to back himself. Look who's on front of him.
Scrum, yeah.
Nikanaveri's directly in front of a hooker. Normally you'd see him stand someone like that up and try and beat him on the outside. And then you get this indecision. Lovely footwork from Lawrence.
Faiwa Boso just stops, doesn't he? He thinks, I'm going to have to go in and clear him out. Lawrence wants him to keep going at full tilt. He's tied in that outside defender. The tackler of Faiwa Boso stepped in. Just maybe some of those relationships that just aren't quite there. Those different combinations, not knowing how each other play.
And that's one of the issues today, and more broadly for Steve Borthwick, isn't it? He talks a lot about cohesion and continuity. Those are his watchwords. But there is an element of building depth as well, which is, at least in part, going on here this afternoon for those in white. Big shot from the scrum, but Fiji's ball. Mata, upended.
Use that. No! No, never.
They're looking to make a mess of Fijian possession, but Kurivoli aims this heavenwards. Not taken clean. It's been knocked on by the Fijians, and England will take a breath.
Well, now's the time to strike, isn't it? They've lost a little bit of their way in the last 10 minutes, England, but they've got a good attacking opportunity here. Left-hand scrum position. Just watch what Flair Barbosa does. Who's he tracking? If he stands closer to Finn Smith, you know that they're going to try and track him to the corner. By that I mean they'll hit Dingwall in the middle from the base. Finn Smith will run around him, get around the outside of Lawrence, and then he'll try and put Flair Barbosa down the channel, in between the 13 and the 11.
Good space, good balance, good connection.
Call that the corner a lot in rugby. I don't know who came up with the corner. Did you invent it, Ben?
Yeah, it was.
I don't think it was.
We've got a laceration here. This, yeah, I see. Yeah, definitely time off.
A little bit of work to do for Elia Thanakaivata, and here is the assessment of the red zone efficiency.
I'll get it to you.
England have wasted quite a lot of energy on it. Yes, they'll have dented Fiji's physique with some of their carrying. It's often harder to make the tackles, but Fiji have scored their points with a lot less effort. Scrum could be a big thing now. It's the first one last scrum where Fiji just started to creak. Sure, Maui and Ndonge will be using this little rest period now to fill the lungs, but also make sure they don't switch off on this one, because England will try and force that penalty advantage, and then they play knowing that they can come back.
Time back on.
Interesting to see Ben Earl packing down at 8 in this scrum, with Cunningham South wearing that number on his back.
Just a little bit quicker off the base, isn't he? Earl. Maybe they like his control at the back as well for Mitchell.
It's just down here.
It's there for Mitchell now. Dingwall, Finn Smith, Marcus Smith, Freeman waits to time his run, and the ball beats everybody.
Yeah, it's good defence in the end, just allowing the ball to go out. Vavutamanda allowing the ball, you've just got to be so careful though. We've seen it time and time again on this field, haven't you? You just think the last roll of the ball's going to go over the line and it pops straight up in the air and you end up conceding 5 points, so it's a lot of guts to do that.
Pressure on the Fijian set piece. Shortened line out, taken by Sowakula. And whipped out really wide for Mata. Trying to get a better angle for the clearance.
Okay, Blue, stop there.
Here from Rayasi. Freeman.
Interesting defence from England here, actually, and quite clever. You know where they're going to go from a short line out 5 metres from your line, but if you watch Pepper and what he doesn't commit to the tackle and tries to blitz himself into the breakdown. So they throw it over the top. There's the tackle. You just see doesn't quite get there in time. Maui does really well to beat him to the ball. Getting the right people in the right places to affect turnovers.
Yeah.
Cunningham South's line-out ball. Cowan-Dickey controlling things, and now the drive really begins to work. Cowan-Dickey to Mitchell. Freeman just a tiny bit too far behind and not much room to move.
Second time, isn't it? It's the wings just not reacting quite as quickly as the opportunity.
Easy. Yeah. Let's have it again, please.
Hayes wears one there.
Blind pass as well. Lawrence's blind pass to Flair Barbosa. He wasn't quite there this time. Two club colleagues, Mitchell and Freeman, just out of sync.
Marking side.
Line out deep. It's probably a slight knock on.
Mitchell causing havoc, and Kuravoli having to be brave. What a pickup that is from Thanakaivata. The offload to Sowakula. They love it when the game breaks up. Kuravoli, tricky one for Tuisova. He's going to have to deal with Ben Earl, Finn Smith arriving, Lawrence too. Kuravoli. First time they've just looked a little bit rushed. Fiji, Rayasi now.
No. Yes. Use it! 9, use it!
Faye Waboso waiting in the backfield. And a good chase on here. Oh! Horrible collision mid-air.
Wow. It's a definite yellow. Could be worse. Depends where Faye Waboso lands.
14.
Ravuta Manda came clattering through. And he's off for 10 minutes as a consequence.
Could be more as well. It's being reviewed to potentially be upgraded to a red. Faye Waboso springs back to his feet.
Time is off.
It's where he lands, whether he lands on head or neck.
Same again, please. Back here.
Top of back. I think he's in trouble.
That's a red. He lands on his head. And it's careless. Well, maybe his arms save him. But Ravuta Manda there is a lucky man. And so is, to be fair, so is Faye Waboso. I mean, the guy's at absolute full tilt with no regard for where the ball is.
It's unbelievable how quick he got to his feet as well.
I think that's the thing. It's how reckless that is that might count against him.
Oh, that's high as well.
Well, the yellow on review. We'll keep a keen eye on that in the next few minutes as we head towards half-time. Mitchell again. Just buzzing all around the ruck, asking those difficult questions. Here's Faye Waboso, clung onto by Aroni Maui. England opting to keep it tight. Cowan-Dickie lays it up. Coles and Pepper combined. There's a penalty advantage. Freeman hugging this right-hand touchline, but still they move to the left. Finn Smith.
Still got the advantage.
Yeah, still got the freebie, Ali. Freeman could be an option on the crossfield kick. It's a kick to nothing.
Just going to try and get the forwards to narrow that defensive line for Fiji. Give Freeman a little bit more space.
Not supporting body weight.
Genge going hard at the line. Thana Kaivata has to give up the fight. Out it comes now. Dingwall. Very well held by Tuisova.
No hands.
Mitchell screaming for it now. He has it. Earl driven back, but rides those challenges so effectively. Finn Smith, now the crossfield kick, other direction. Faye Waboso on the bounce, infield, try.
They maybe moved it slightly early, England to the right, but that did narrow the defensive line the other way, and it was Finn Smith that spots that opportunity, darts back down the left, gives himself loads of time to pick the spot, and as the ball lands, just watch Faye Waboso use the bounce of the ball against that flailing defender, racing to get out, waits for it to pop up, then steps back inside, wrong foots him. Really good finish from Faye Waboso, very calm and collected, had loads of time to pick his man, pick his spot.
Exactly what you want, isn't it? The winger Ravuta Manda's in the bin. He'd have been covering him, he knows where the space is. Probably would have liked the kick to have been a little bit easier for Faye Waboso to take.
Thanks, Mikey. Got that on the timing as well, thank you.
That's outstanding from Finn Smith. England's in front with 90 seconds of the first half remaining and a 6th international score for Manny Faye Waboso.
It's been an eventful few minutes for him, hasn't it? He's gone airborne, 360 from about 8 foot in the air and then over for 5 points. Not sure Borthwick's overly impressed.
Should we check for the pulse?
Fiji just thought they'd done such a good job of initially preventing that crossfield kick to Freeman's wing. They almost overchased on that side. Got too narrow without their dedicated winger out there sitting in the sin bin.
Final minute of this first half, with the
feet,
Fijians
last feet.
wondering whether
Use
they
it.
might just have to
Chase
play
up.
the entirety of the second period with only 14 men. Decision pending.
Backwards by
Up
White.
goes Rayassi. Ravovo is there in time for them.
Okay, use it. Use it.
Fiji aware of the clock. They just want to run it down.
Into the red it goes. Irani Maui with one more
Take us out,
carry.
thank you. Okay, use that.
Kuravoli
Yes. Yes.
to Thana Kavata. And Caleb Muntz says that'll do for now.
Half time.
Thrillingly poised. England's snatching the lead back right at the end of this first half through Manny Fewa-Bosa. They opened the scoring through Luke Cowan-Dickey, but Akanavere and Muntz both touching down for Fiji. And at the moment, it's anyone's, although this very important decision will be made before too long over the Ravu Tamanda yellow card. Half-time at the Allianz. England 14, Fiji 13. The decision incoming pretty soon, we understand, over the yellow card situation for Ravu Tamanda. There he is, waiting for his instructions. In the meantime, England with a 1-point advantage. And I suppose, probably uppermost in Steve Borthwick's mind, the question of the bench. When to introduce them, how to introduce them.
Yeah, I think that is, he will see that as a big advantage. Obviously, very evenly matched in that first half, and he would have told certain players on that pitch to go out and empty the tank. I think of people like maybe Cunningham South. He's had sort of some big impacts in the game, but he's probably been told, go out there, give everything for about 50 minutes, and then we'd probably like to see someone like Pollock come on and try and inject even more energy.
No, it's not out.
I don't think they've used him correctly yet either. They want to make it more direct, I think, England, through the middle. Very, very power-based. Oh, Fewa-Bosa doesn't want to do the same thing.
Just having to be a little bit careful about the timing here.
I think he does actually catch him. It's how big an impact he has. Just catches his foot with his left hand, I think.
Let's give you a little bit of time here, Mikey. I don't have anything at this stage.
Yeah, it's a penalty, isn't it?
Sorry, literally.
Yeah, just hold up. Yeah. So we are going to have a penalty here because there is contact. Alice, he has made
Ravu Tamanda
contact
shouted
before
it's the
comes
same
out, so it
thing.
will be a penalty. Really? Yeah. It's going to be a penalty here for contact in the air gap.
So a couple of situations not entirely dissimilar. One rather more dramatic than the other.
You right? We good to go, guys?
Straight penalty, the decision from Paul Williams, the referee for this one. And Salesi Rayassi taking a little extra time to get back to his feet.
He's looked good, Rayassi, hasn't he? You know, you often think when Fiji are relatively loose that you've got the opportunity to turn them over, but we've not seen many turnovers from this English back row against them. The clear-out has been very good. Even when they look like they're isolated, they find a way of presenting the ball.
Contact in the air.
Great continuity from them.
We'll have it at this line out, guys, so get ready to bring that camera back to me for the decision.
Yeah, it sounds like we're going to find out about this yellow card situation at this line out as Fiji take play up to and inside the 22.
Time off. Time off. Just let me know when the camera's on, mate. Just ball down. Just letting you know the outcome of the yellow card will remain a yellow card. He lands on his front, not a high degree of danger, okay? Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay, guys, line out time. Back on.
So there will be no red. There's no upgrade. He's just got a handful more minutes to wait. Ravu Tamanda, and arguably a little bit fortunate. Fiji into the midfield through Tuasova. And it takes a combination of Lawrence and Finn Smith to bring him down. Ravovo now. Genge with that tackle. Picked up by Nasila Sila. Kuravoli into the arms of Donge. Mata. England counter-rucking hard, but Kuravoli has it. And Muntz now uses Rayasi, who slips the net and feeds it onwards. Was that forwards? Ravovo's on the move. And Muntz is smashed by Cunningham South.
Tag balls here. Stay out, stay out.
Still they come. Rayasi to Ikaniveri. Kawandiki doing some muscular work defensively alongside Lawrence. Nasila Sila again. England having to dig deep defensively here. So Wakula the next on the carry. Strong start to the second
penalties
period.
now against Australia. Only 11 in.
Their 14 men, remember. Tuisova trying to pick out Finn Smith, potentially as a little opening defensively. There was none.
Yeah, he's not backed out of that confrontation, has he, Finn Smith, today?
Sowakula. And on. And England hanging in here. And a counter-ruck really strong, and Coles has it. Genge flips it on. Lawrence to Finn Smith. Freeman on the chase. Really strong one too. Back goes Vaningolo. Little show of the ball and sets off, and Cunningham South says no further. But the ball dislodged. England in possession. Broken field in front of them. Hayes on the rumble.
It's a match-up between Tuisova and Feiwaboso if they can get it to him early.
Lawrence. And now Dingwall looking for space. Feiwaboso.
We're going back here. Two white. Neck roll.
That's a neck roll from Luke Kawandiki that's brought proceedings to a halt. Just as England were building up to the Fijian 22.
We had a neck roll by yourself. Yeah. Just want to clear up that mark, guys. Two white.
Kawandiki just misses initially with his clearance, and as a result loses the collision, so pulls. I think it was Nasila Sila backwards to his own side, but he wraps around with the neck. It's not a twisting motion, which is I think why Luke Cowan-Dickey's complaining, but he does wrap round the neck.
Well, inevitably, player safety coming first in that instance, and everybody needs their neck protected at all times as we see the return to the field of Celestino Ravu-Taumanda.
4-4.
Served his time, and he'll get to play the remaining 35 minutes here. Fiji restored to 15. Shortened line out. Good competition from Chesham.
Big risk to go three-man line out with Chesham there. No options. You know who's getting the ball pretty much.
Last feet, last feet.
Chesham can just gamble late and gets a hand in there, steals it back for England.
Freeman chasing. And it's Freeman's ball. Takes it from in front of Vainagolo. Mitchell to Smith. Marcus Smith to Lawrence. Straightens well. Finn Smith having to go in to assist with a clear out there. And now back into position. Marcus Smith slots in there seamlessly. Finn Smith on the loop. Feiwaboso looking for work. Hunting the ball and then crunched in a double tackle. Coles to the line. Could do with some support. Hayes arrives. Quick ball for Mitchell. Finn Smith swings it to Dingwall, who took man and ball, and Marcus Smith has work to do here. The attentions of Ravu-Taumanda.
Yeah, he's right. He's got to get to his feet, Marcus Smith. He can't just wait and try and buy the penalty on the floor.
This is England just getting some of their basics wrong, which causes this little turnover penalty. Just watch Chesham when we see the replay. He gets too far ahead, which means everyone knows he's not getting the ball. That means they can accelerate through, put pressure into the backfield. If Chesham's a genuine threat, those defenders bang in front of him have to stay and have to hold. just here, just overruns it slightly. Let's Chesham, number 5 on his back. He just needs to drop back a little bit because he gets ahead now and everyone knows he's not getting the ball, so they can just bite through.
Drop, 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 drop.
It's a fraction of a detail which can make the difference to the quick men out wide.
Which is a point that Steve Borthwick has been trying to make all week as they release to Asova through the middle. Fiji, another good tackle from Cunningham South, and the ball turned over.
All on the motion of the tackle.
Freeman, Marcus Smith. Territory is foremost in his mind.
It's a really good tackle from Cunningham South, actually, because we're seeing this come into the game a lot more, the switch, changing the angle, and when you've got someone like Tuisova going back, that's an impossible tackle for Cowan Dickie against a man of his power, but he comes over. Does he rip it on the floor? Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Move on.
Get away with him. But conversely, if they spot it, you're then in the corner defending your line. So, do you take the chance?
All happened in the blink of an eye, didn't it? Muntz jabs it on its way, and then knocked forwards by Fiji as Smith comes away with it and looks to turn defence into attack. Hayes brought down by Aroni Maui. Mitchell, Finn Smith thought about the kick. Dingwall takes it onwards, trying to play at speed here, England. Now the little grubber from Finn Smith. Faywa Boso's kick is blocked, and Cunningham South has it. Genge. Hayes, surprised to receive that. Oh, Finn Smith. Levelled by Elia Thamakavata.
Mata just had his eyes on Dingwall there.
Okay, holding.
They've got to get their shape back, England, here. They've lost it completely.
And Finn Smith goes to the air as Rayasi takes it clean.
Okay, ball's there, use it!
Mata's hurt his arm in that challenge on Dingwall by the looks of things.
He's clutching his left elbow and taking a bit of time to move back into position
last feet
here.
There, guys. Last feet. Right. Use it.
Kuravoli, Muntz lying deep, buying just that little bit of extra space and time. The pressure from Coles.
Great kick.
Picked up by Freeman.
That's good.
Linking with Earl. Earl has Finn Smith inside. Still the point of attack changing. Lawrence, the step! Inside the 22, still going strong, Ollie Lawrence. Mitchell wants it, has it, dives and darts and is denied. Genge, though, follows it up, hammers over the line.
Well, that is a get-out-of-jail free card if ever you saw one. Mitchell almost butchers the opportunity by going for himself, and the power of that man saves him. Gets in behind and has the strength to stay low enough and get over that whitewash. What a break from Ollie Lawrence. The first time England change a few angles. Finn Smith comes through here on the switch. There he goes, buys him, stays on the tackle. Now look at the dummy, step off the left foot from Lawrence, sells the dummy, buys himself another 5 metres, does the right thing by holds on. Mitchell's got to let that ball go. It's walking time out wide. Doesn't get there, but does Genge get there? I don't think he does he? Oh, they might look at that.
What was that, sorry? 20.
Well, as we understand it, that try will stand. There's the voice of Luke Adamson, our TMO, not interested in reviewing that, happy that the ball touched the whitewashed, and England have all 7 points from it.
Well, it's a great kick from Fiji, but it's only as good as your chase. There's the Genge trying to get to the line. Referee's happy that he does stop it down there. The TMO, I should say. But Ravovo just completely switched off on the inside on the kick chase. They were numbered up, but he failed to mark Ben Earl as he came through.
Ben Earl taken quickly by Rabu Tamanda, eager to make up for his earlier indiscretions. Fiji with a penalty advantage, and they're keen to move that ball. Rayasi taken up by Nasila Sila.
Obstruction there, we'll go back.
Some crossing, and back we go.
I wouldn't mind seeing this breakdown again, because I think the officials might have got this wrong.
And he forwards entered from the side.
4 comes in from the side for England, but
Coles.
I think the argument here is...
He pushed him like 5 metres away from the ball.
Exactly, yeah. Genja spotted
I
it.
don't have it on the big screen. No.
It's Cowan-Dickey, isn't it, that's running back. But he's sort of blocking in the way. Can you not... If you're coming in to clear out, the Fijian argument would be...
Yeah.
See, I don't think there's anything
So
wrong
I've
with
just
that.
had comms that he's actually in the runway, so he's liable to be cleaned out.
Okay, I suppose the officials have explained it well enough.
Not now, they're just going to go because they want to go.
England's bench preparing to be launched. Fiji, in the meantime, looking to change the complexion of the scoreboard, and they've worked it brilliantly. Ikanaveri in for his 2nd of the day. It's a beauty.
It is a beauty, but it's so simple. And a switch off at the front of the line out from England. Yes, Mitchell's slips, but the damage is already done. Really nice, easy win at the front. Hayes maybe just bites in a little bit before Luke Cowan-Dickey comes. They've already conceded a try from the driving maul, so they're desperate to stop it. Cowan-Dickey can't get out. Mitchell feels he has to hold for that fraction of a second longer.
Please respect that.
And it might be simple, but if your timing is to perfection, sometimes the most simple moves are the most deadly.
I'm comfortable, guys, at this stage, and we're clear.
Try number 12 for the Fijian skipper. At a really important moment, you feel, just when England thought they might be able to put a bit of clear daylight between themselves and their opposition. 21 points to 18, and England's bench sent on. 5 of them anyway. A whole new front row. Baxter George and Apoku Fujor for Genge, Cowan-Dickey and Hayes. And on comes Tom Curry and Henry Pollock.
Okay, we'll just go time off for a second. Just while we
Steve
make all these
Borthwick
changes.
flexing.
Time off, okay.
Cunningham South making way. Pepper making way for those 2 extra back rowers.
I don't think that's a reaction. As we said, I think players would have been told, you got 50 minutes in this game, and then we're going to make some big substitutions. I think that's been England's game plan. Steve Borthwick wouldn't have wanted the game to have gone as it has done, but I don't think his strategy has altered.
Smith goes deep. Ball claimed by Waningolo.
Last feet. Okay, we've got a break there. Use it!
Once again, the game, as last week, in the balance, with England's bench appearing. So they have a very clear remit to bring an extra energy, change the complexion of things.
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? You're certainly going to get a lot of power from that man there, and also the pace from Pollock. Try-scoring machine, but they were disappointed with their line out. Their set piece. You come to a game against Fiji, you've got to think you're going to have the upper hand there. Not so today.
A lot of movement in there. Coles takes it in, and the drive is strong. This has been an area in which they have profited.
Stay.
Arguably slightly underused.
Backwards by White.
Freeman again, getting enough on that. Earl spreading width on it. Chesham to Marcus Smith. Pollock on the inside. Smith brought down by Thanakaivata.
Brilliant tackle from Thanakaivata.
Earl now. Fast feet. Curry.
No! Advantage! Throwing the ball.
Penalty advantage being played. Earl to Pollock. And that pathway singularly blocked. And the Fijians snaffling it.
Just want to show you this tackle from Thanakaivata, because the man outside him leaves him and turns his shoulders, which Marcus Smith spots. I don't think that Revovo gets back to that if Marcus Smith gets round Thanakaivata, and he does a really good job of shepherding him all the way, but penalty conceded. England, big opportunity.
Move. Hey, all right.
Big moment here. Coles arching his back. The ball spilt. Fiji tearing upfield. Not before 2 knock-ons. The first of which from England. Fluffing their lines 5 metres out.
Second knock-on blue.
Huge scrum for Fiji here to back it up now. England got a fresh bench in that front row. Whole new front row for England. The first scrum for any front row is always their most powerful. England have a shot, almost worth gambling a little bit. But here we go, Fiji know that's coming and they match it with a whole new front row themselves.
A whole new front row in Hetet, Tongyatama and Tawake. And in the back division, the arrival of Sareli Mangala, who is a very dangerous player. Come on to replace Juta Wainingolo. Mangala playing his rugby in Bayonne alongside Manu Tuolangi in the centres in the top 14.
How good has the Canaveri been?
Kuravoli getting a good punch behind that. Marcus Smith attacks. The poker for Jaw, can't gather it cleanly, and Finn Smith mops it up. Curry cut down low by Sowakula. Here's a poker for Jaw. We know about his carrying strength and gathering powers at scrum time as well.
Last feet. Thank you. Chase on.
Mitchell's box kick. And Faiwa couldn't get onto it. Curry could.
Backwards by White, fair contest.
Caleb Muntz is down. Earl to Finn Smith. Space on the outside if they can work it there. Marcus Smith now. Ollie Lawrence. Freeman in open space, trying to barrel his way forwards, and Fiji block his passageway. So on we go.
No, we're back here.
Brilliant from Faiwa Boso, owned the space under the ball. I thought Mitchell had kicked it a little bit too far.
Right here.
But by getting there early, Faiwa Boso just blocks Muntz, who stayed down injured.
Take out off the ball.
Just got to keep this alive, haven't they?
Pardon me, mate.
Just stops Freeman on the outside, doesn't he? Lawrence's pass. Ball out in front, might have had a chance of getting there, but that stopper on the left hip means he's got to get the momentum going again.
No, I felt there was a genuine contest. Both players up. No foul play.
Muntz hobbles back. England's punch it into the corner. So can they nail down this routine as we head for the hour mark? Tom Curry. And the ball worked to Jamie George via Ben Earl. Dingwall waiting. Freeman just hovering in behind Finn Smith now. Taken on by the forwards.
Ball's there. Ball's available. Last feet.
Pollock. Earl. Big clear out from Curry. Here's Ollie Lawrence. Goes laterally and then tries to straighten.
12.
Finn Smith. Freeman. Ball dislodged. Another monster shot from Tuisova.
Yeah.
But Fiji straying.
Who's the captain now?
I think it's going to be a warning.
Are you the captain? Yeah, just give me a moment.
Just England will get another shot of this line out.
Ball down. You had a penalty over here for off feet at the breakdown. A take out off the ball, and now we have offsides here. Number 12 is going to the bin because it's just too many down here. Number 12.
Tuisova to the sin bin.
England should get another line out. They might tap and go actually, but if they don't, just an accuracy again. The ball got held up as Tom Curry landed. Bit of a discussion as to where they have the penalty.
I think both of them are difficult kicks to the side of the field. You'd be more inclined to tap and go if it's within 5 of the post, wouldn't you?
Well, that's looking like the option. Either that or Jamie George is going to do the kicking job, which I think is unlikely.
Well, he's pretty good. I remember him getting top bins once on a football show.
Yeah, he's multi-talented, Jamie. But it is Finn Smith's job.
Just watch the last one, what they got wrong. They got the ball held up. Just watch that, what that does to the guy going in on the ball. It's too high, so everyone gets too high. As Curry lands, that ball has to be low enough so that Benno flies in at almost thigh height. That sets the whole height of the rest of them all, and England probably would have got the upper hand there. Just those tiny details.
All right. Time back on.
Caleb Muntz has left the field. Isaiah Armstrong-Ravula on for the Fijians, who are under the pump here. England looking to make it pay. The ball is there with Jamie George. In comes Dingwall. George! Try!
Well, Jamie George scores the try, but it's Alex Coles who makes it. The hard work at the front. When England weren't getting any traction, he used the Fijians in front of him to lean at the angle, which cracks the hole that they then drive through. It's the Poco for sure, and alongside him, Alex Coles now just drags everyone through his gap. There he is. You see his white shirt just starting to poke through. That gives England the initial momentum. And then eventually they get to the line. It's really good control from Jamie George. His head's up, his eyes are looking at the line. He's trying to spot that opportunity. And then even though it stops, he goes through, keeps control and dots it down on the line.
It's good work from Curry as well, isn't it? The power, he rolls a couple out, bounces back to his feet, and just gives him a little bit more meat in the sandwich.
We did check it, it's all clear. Okay. How long have I got? You've got these 60 seconds again. Well done, Michael. Good job, mate.
Not quite the bend on that. England 26, Fiji 18. 61 minutes gone as we head to Danny Kerr, former England scrum half, who is pitch side.
Yeah, 8 points in it now, Ali. I don't expect England to do anything too crazy coming out of here. They're not going to play like Fiji. I think you'll see hopefully a clear catch, a clear call from 9 to 10, and probably a box kick. England use Alex Mitchell incredibly well at getting the ball in the air. If they catch the ball in the 22, you might see England kick the ball off the field, slow the game down a little bit, take the sting out of this Fijian attack. But if it's outside the 22, probably a contestable kick, try and get in the air, try and win the ball back, try and get some field position and put the ball back in Fiji half.
The restart from Armstrong-Ravula, brilliantly taken in by Chesham. Fiji have drafted in Motikai Murray as well for Elia Thana-Kaivata into their back row. Another box kick for Faye Wabosa to try and get under.
But we've got a knock on by White.
Knocked forwards by the England winger, who's in pain, down on the ground and clutching an arm as Mangala races through the middle and frees it up beautifully for Kuravoli, pins his ears back, slides in!
Oh, did he drop it? Did he lose control under his body? It's an unbelievable score.
What about the break from Mangala through the middle? We're going to take a look at it. It's a lovely ball. England starting to bite in. There's the initial break and offload. Straightens up. Lovely step off the left foot. And the big question is, does he get it down? Transfers the ball. Might be okay unless the ball's on the floor. I think that bit's okay. Question is, does Kuravoli score it? No, I think he's lost it. I think he loses it.
Does he get? I think he gets his other arm under the ball before he loses it. Oh, they're going to look.
Just potential something.
I think he loses it out of his right arm.
Yeah, does he get his left arm under the ball before the ball hits the floor?
Here we go. This will show us. That's fine. That's no. Oh, that's so close. Oh, this is a tough one. No, he's lost it. He's lost it. The ball's on the floor before his left hand touches it. It's a knock on.
Demo check.
This is brutal.
Give us a bit of space.
We're checking a potential knock-on
Yeah, okay.
when going in for the grounding.
Yeah. So we're checking a potential knock-on in the lead up to the try and the grounding.
Looking here when he's sliding in.
I think it's the other angle that shows it more clearly. This one.
So this is the best angle. He's sliding in. And then loses control onto his forearm, so it leaves the palm of his hand onto his forearm and rolls along the floor.
Yeah, so it is a knock-on. It is rolling along the ground. It then transfers to the other hand.
Yeah, so I have a decision,
Yeah,
Paul.
okay, you can come back to me.
So you should overturn your on-field decision. The ball has been lost forward when he's sliding on the floor.
Yeah, okay.
Scrum.
It's going to be a no try. The ball is knocked on. And knocked on in the forward
England
play.
supporters all around Twickenham exhale.
It's not the same one, it's different.
That is a big let-off.
It's massive,
so we've
Ali.
still got time off.
It's proper
Time here.
squeaky bum time, isn't it? You're an England fan, an England coach.
Here's our mark.
But just the ease, actually, that they came through the middle.
Just keep time off for now.
Alex Mitchell making way for Ben Spencer at scrum half for England.
World class scrum down there. You guys, same
And
again, please.
happily,
Wind up and I'll put time
Manife
back on.
Waboso recovered from
I'll give you the space on
the collision from a little earlier, from which Fiji made that magical break, and Sorelli Mangala giving us a little inkling of his ability, siding through the middle.
Big pressure on Ben Spencer's first little bit of play on his own line. He's got a huge boot himself, Ben Spencer. Has to get the delivery right here.
Pollock controlling, England surging forwards. Pollock to Spencer. Marcus Smith to Dingwall. Faye Waboso. Couldn't quite keep his feet.
Well, advantage has been called over from the penalty now.
Murray sets it up. Sowakula the provider. Now Rayasi. Some sharp footwork. Brilliant handling as well. Ravovo now. Kuravoli for Murray. Tawaki.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Armstrong Ravula into the midfield they come. Tongi Atama feeds Rayasi again. England scavenging hard. Jamie George just lingering in there to slow that ball down a fraction of a second, make England's job just that tiny bit easier. Murray again into the midfield, in behind Ravovo, and England hunting him down.
No, here, ball's here. Okay, use it.
Hard yards these for Fiji.
Use it.
Some 15 odd minutes remaining. And the Fijians, of course, still playing with 14 men. That's a little too long on the kick, and Faye Waboso links with George. And here is Finn Smith, and the kick pass is on. Freeman waits, feeds it to Curry. Lawrence is waiting for it, but the channel was blocked. And Fiji swallow it up. Really good read, I think, that from Ravovo.
Yeah, Ravovo, great defence. Just gets that left arm out. The game's really opening up now.
Big chase on here from Armstrong Ravula. Fresh legs, putting some pressure on Faye Waboso, who sees broken field in front of him. It's not broken for long.
Runs into three Fijians.
He's struggling a bit, Faye Waboso. Doesn't look like he's moving that freely.
That's because he had his rib cage taken out about
Hey,
30 seconds ago.
Go from the front, please.
Henry Arundel lying in wait on the bench. Not used yet. So too Maro Itoje. Rayasi forwards, swept up by Earl. Opoku for Jaw feeds Finn Smith, and again looking for Space inside the Fijian 22. It's a 50-22.
I think they might have passed it back, Ali. We'll have to wait and see.
Fiji line out.
I think they passed it back. Yeah, look, just in front of the halfway line, so it doesn't count as a 50-22. I would have liked personally to see that go through the hands. The game's really opening up now. You had some back rowers out there. A lot of guys are a little bit tired. I know you want territory, you want to force mistakes and force Fiji back, but take your opportunities. They've been few and far between today.
Yeah, I was just wondering when Henry Arundel might get the nod. He's just been told to get himself ready from Richard Hill on the sideline, managing England's replacements.
Yeah, he's stripped off and ready to go now. And word from the touchline is that he might well replace Ollie Lawrence.
Here's the mark. White. They left early, did they?
That might have been the plan.
White, you're offside from the start. You weren't back to 2 metres from the line out.
I think involves Tommy Freeman coming off, which is a little surprising given Faye Waboso seems to be the guy that's had a little bit more trouble shaking off these collisions in the last 10 minutes or so.
Okay. Number 21.
Good distance from Armstrong Ravula.
Yep.
And Henry Arundel returns to the international stage after an absence of 2 years.
And Fiji.
Interestingly enough, Arundel will stay on the left when they'll shift Faye Waboso over to the right.
Just hold him. Wait, we haven't got the all clear. He's still... Thank you. Okay.
And a change at 9 for the Fijians as well. Sam Wai wearing 21 on for Simeone Kuravoli. So the bench is all empty, bar the Lions captain and England's captain, Maro Itoje. Effective little drive this from Fiji. Tongiatama leading the charge.
Shoulder off.
Really good drive from the Fijians, tying England in. They need to time their delivery while they're still going forward if they can. England haven't given away the penalty yet that they probably would have wanted.
Second stop.
Sam Wai whips it away. Armstrong Ravula just caught in two minds. And Dingwall was there to remind him that he had one job, one purpose.
No width at all from Fiji. They've got all their players in one half of the field at the moment. That means England can just muscle up, close those gaps between defenders and get out and try and get some big shots on them.
Still down a man, remember. Tuis over in the bin for the Fijians as they keep it tight around that 10-metre line. Why? To Hetet. Armstrong Ravula. Kick pass, looking to pick out Mangala, got a finger on it. Oh, Smith picked it up. Smith threads it forwards. Off goes Arundel. He is lightning quick, and he might well win the race here. Arundel! The value of out-and-out gas.
What does pace get you, Ali? Pace gets you prizes. And he gets a 5 points that no one else on the field could have achieved. Absolute wheels. Marcus Smith reacts really well. He knows he hasn't got the legs to beat everyone. He gets enough distance on the kick. Arundel's making up 10 metres there. Gets a little bit lucky off the shin, but then scores the try, which surely will take England too far away.
Yeah, Ravovo's got all that game time under his belt already, so he's fatigued, but then just at the last minute, he tries to allow the ball to sit up for him. Arundel's behind him. He's got all the aces. And he just keeps that foot flat down on the accelerator. Wins the race to the ball. And a huge score in the context of the game.
Just wide, but England opening up a nice little buffer here. And Henry Arundel back amongst the England tries.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. He probably thought a year ago in France he wasn't going to wear this white shirt again, but gets the chance at Bath. Now he can play and show what he can do. And when you've got out-and-out gas like that, there's an argument that you have to find a space for it, but who do you move?
Yep.
It's an embarrassment of riches out wide. England, I don't think have had this many good wingers for decades.
Rivovo almost looked over his shoulder, didn't he? Where have you come from?
No.
Well, they won the penalty here, England, as well, and the wind's firmly behind them now. You might remember England's profited from the Arundel pace with his very first touch in international rugby against Australia in Perth 3 years ago. And there is just no substitute for that kind of warp speed.
Yep. Okay. 5.
Maro Itoje is with us.
Okay.
Ollie Chesson trudges off after a job well done in the engine room, but Itoje wins his 95th cap and is seemingly instructing the line out here with a very effective drive. Jamie George getting his big mitts on it.
Coles has had a good game, hasn't he? I think they're probably resting Chesson for what they've got next week a little bit, but I think Alex Coles will be very happy with his performance.
Finn Smith, that didn't come off the right part of the boot, I don't think, and Rivovo sweeps it in for Fiji. The charge down from Marcus Smith. That might fall for Arundel. It is now.
Advantage knock on.
Playing with an advantage, England. Spencer for Coles.
Knock on. No. You'll play, please.
Spencer. Marcus Smith. Once more, the little jab through. Dingwall was held for a minute there. Fiji had lost it. Dingwall! I think he's knocked that on.
Okay. No. Time off.
Maybe the boot goes in just before he grounds it. Dingwall's already said I didn't ground it.
Okay. So, guys, it is not a try, but it has been carried back into in goal by Fiji. So it'll be a 5-metre scrum. Yeah.
English possession.
Can we just get this thing up first and come back to me? Carried into
Suddenly come to life,
Fiji.
Marcus Smith, hasn't he? Creating a couple of opportunities. Oh, that's good defence, isn't it?
I'm asking a question.
I haven't seen it.
Desperate times. Calling for desperate measures, but Smith doing a great job here.
I just got confirmation there that this is the correct decision.
Thank you.
Well, England get the butt in. Maybe there'll be some Fijians saying, who did the ball come off last? I know it was kicked by Fiji, but did it come off the hands of Dingwall before it went over the line?
Interesting setup here for England now, isn't it? The opportunity with loads of options. Pollock from the base. Boris Johnson lookalike from the base, running up like a madman to the try line. Personally, for me, I'd just give the ball to Arundel at pace. Give him the ball on an angle and just see if you can stop him from 5 metres.
Arundel poised. England poised. Pollock working it inch by inch. Oh, a little fumble at the base. And the moment passes.
He rushes this. We'll see it again, but what he needs to do is move the ball onto his right foot. Look, it's on his left foot. Much harder for him to pick it up there. He moves to the right foot. You open up your hips. You get more time to scoop the ball up in the motion of moving around the corner. Not had a lot of experience in that slot, has he?
Just picked up on the ref mic as well, the call from the England front row. Keep it in. I think it might have come out slightly earlier anyway, but they felt that they'd just found a weakness in that Fijian front row and they were going to get it moving forward. As soon as it was moving forward, Pollock thought, there's my opportunity to pick and go for the line. As Austin said, just not quite the control, not quite the detail of where to put the ball to make it as easy as possible for himself. Obviously the second row's feet were getting in his way.
Tuisova back with us and providing more dents for Fiji in tandem with Rivovo. Arundel comes through, gathers it in, slips it away, and the ball finds Rabu Matanda, and Fiji have possession of the ball, but England have the penalty, refusing to release it.
10-minute cameo, and he's causing some damage, isn't he?
Jamie George goes quick. Curry feeds it away. And a big surge to the line from Ben Earl. Over the top goes the skipper.
Well, there was an air of inevitability about that. England had wide runners on either touchline that were screaming for the ball. And Maro Itoje thinks we don't need to risk passing it. He can see the opportunity. This is Arundel. Wins the ball in the air. Controls his feet. Gets the offload away, but it doesn't go to hand. England turn it back over. And watch Itoje's eyes just look. Too many Fijian bodies low, expecting the pick and go round the corner. And he says, well, if you're low, I'm going over the top. Goes straight over the top of them all and dots the ball down.
Not been on the field terribly long, but a ninth try in England colours for Maro Itoje, and another conversion from Finn Smith. And now the scoreboard looks very different. 38 points to 18, 5 minutes remaining. And as last week, the bench bringing a real impact to bear.
Yeah, it's a good carry from Ben Earl. He's been England's top carrier again today. He makes the hard yards, and he just picks out Armstrong Ravulu, doesn't he? Complete mismatch, 1 metre from the line.
Good take from Itoje as well. Had to really control the ball at the base of that ruck for the try, Itoje. The ball was rolling around on his thigh, but he didn't panic. Got control and then dived over the top.
Last feet, use it now.
Remarkably, 2017, the last time England's put Maro Itoje on the bench. Awfully long time ago. Arundel on the chase here and bearing down hard on Rayasi. Why? To Sowakula.
Okay.
So bright in that first 40 for Fiji on debut.
Oh no, I've got him, mate. He's in line. He's good.
Finn Smith arriving. And that may have gone forwards from Fiji. There's
a pillar offside.
An offside ruling against England. So a chance here,
on the blind side.
Austin, for your contenders for the quarter player of the match.
Yeah, and it's been a difficult one for England. Look, they're going to go ahead and win this game, but Chesham's played particularly well. He's done all the hard yards. That hasn't been really that much, someone who stood out that much. Ben Earl's carried more than anyone for England. But if you look on the Fijian side, Ravovo's been brilliant. I think if you look in the back row as well, so Akula, what a debut he's had. Fantastic game. Anika Naveri, the captain, 2 tries. Stayed on for longer if Fiji had been closer. But it's obviously going to go to an Englishman because they're going to go on to win this, but you so easily could have picked 4 or 5 Fijians who've had fantastic games.
Can they finish strong here? The delivery from Tongiatama.
Coming out.
Fiji heading to Bordeaux next to take on the French, and then Spain and Malaga will finish their little November adventure as they try and create something on the 22 through Tuisova. Let's not forget they've had to cope with those 2 yellow cards, very much self-inflicted, but a period of 20 minutes when they played a man down, and on both occasions England profited immediately afterwards with tries. Decent pick-up that from Motokai Murray. And they're making some ground here inside the 22 again. Armstrong Ravula for Mata.
No! Because you didn't release.
Atet on the carry. Final couple of minutes. An explosion of pace from Rayasi, and then Ravovo couldn't hang on. As the challenge came in from Smith, the ball went forwards.
He's exhausted. He's exhausted, isn't he, Ravovo? He's done so much. Fabulous rugby player.
Here we go, guys.
He is outrageously gifted,
let's wind up.
This fella.
Can you remember the pass that he did at Ashton Gate for that try? Betoya, and then what made it worse was Ben then recreated it at half-time and still did it himself as well. It was one of the most disappointing moments of my life, but 11 carries, 79 metres, but he's done so much more than those numbers.
Let's go, please, men. Wind up.
Real treasure for Bristol Bears for sure. 11 tries in just 13 outings in the Prem last season. Already amongst the tries this season, 3 of them across the opening 5 rounds.
Some massive games still to come in this Quilter Nation series, but some big selections as well for Steve Borthwick, isn't there?
Absolutely, the All Blacks in town next weekend, and that should give us, I think, a very clear reflection as to the absolute first choice side.
Really, I think Steve Borthwick will be delighted about the quality that Fiji have thrown at England and the challenges that Fiji have thrown at England. You know, if you wanted the right preparation before you face the All Blacks, this Fijian side have asked a load of similar questions. And England will be a lot better prepared facing New Zealand next week, having faced this really spirited and at times excellent Fijian side.
I don't think anyone who's been on the fringe has forced their way in. I think the interesting selection may well be at 9. Does he stick with Mitchell, who's clearly the number 1, but different type of game against the All Blacks? Spencer's defensive game arguably stronger.
And they started Spencer a year ago against New Zealand, didn't they? In the opening of the November campaign. Here they've sealed the win by a comfortable margin in the end. A 6-try victory and another final quarter acceleration led by this gathering force on the English bench.